Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Horned Frogs will put total leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. The Red Raiders offense takes the field for the first time today. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Palmer.
Yeah, David.
Turning it on. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. Rolling right and going deep. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So TCU's offense has the ball for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Fires left. Fires it incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
The Horned Frogs will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Slips through the line. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to slam in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. LSU had a dominant win, the kind the folks in Baton Rouge were used to in 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson led the Tigers to a national title. Talk about a special team. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as... as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Looking for space. It's Payne. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose. The tap, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hard Rock.
Touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Showing the arm strength to the left. Makes a grab for a big play. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. To the air, it's Hawkins. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Red Raiders with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throws into double coverage and it's picked off. Got room. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. He'll be... But not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's James. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's James. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Lofts one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Runs through a tackle. And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12. And the Red Raiders can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fakes to grab. And across the sidelines after the good gain. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was wrong. And his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Red Raiders in a good spot here with second and short. Off play action. Buys a little time with his feet. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. Then they'll line up from the 31 on first down.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Trying to find his man in the middle. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Pulls it in. It's Hudson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a fourth and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Finds his tight end. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. The screen, and watch out. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Horned Frogs will punt this one away. He's able to kick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
The play-action fake. Lets it fly. He's got it down the right side. Breaks into the open. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop. Or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover.
Hauls it in down the sideline. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown! Once he got some room, it was over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And look,
he's got it along. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. To the air, it's Hawkins. Under fire. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Red Raiders with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, running back on the move. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. He's going to let it go. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
TCU 14.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. A first down run on the doorstep. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Looking to pass, it's Hawkins. Flushed out of the pocket. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Looking for a crease. It's Payne. On the move at the 30. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Might as well give it to him again. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Gives it on the option. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Horned Frogs come to the line needing just inches for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Catch in the middle, it's James. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Horned Frogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Run in the red zone, it's Payne. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Catch in the middle, it's James. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's Clark. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hudson. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there. The Red Raiders are in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying play action. Pressure coming. Fires downfield. Pulls it in. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. He uncorks one deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the tight end. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Horned Frogs really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Sweet cut there.
But when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
To the air, it's Hoover. Throws to the wideout. Looking for the goal line. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Man, I like the response by this defense. They've given up some yards, gotten all the way down here near the goal line, but 2 straight plays, 2 straight incompletions, now forcing a 3rd down.
Touchdown, TCU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
Coming out with it, it's Holloway. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. As we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. Got his man on the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Hauls it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. On the ground, it's Joyner. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Got the tight end outside. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. He's piled up 87 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
Striving for the goal line, loose football. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Back to throw, it's Hawkins. And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line. This offense has gone haywire on these last two plays in the red zone. Can they set things right on third and goal? Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
And And this is an individual decision. Third quarter, got an opportunity to go by more than a touchdown. A lot of people take the field goal here, but more and more the aggressiveness wins. I'm in a good spot. 4th and goal. It's not a long way to go. Do I want to go?
Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will... the 25-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. He's going to throw deep right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He's going for a big play downfield. Grabs it inside the 15. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
TCU 28.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Caught over the middle. It's small. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Turning it on! And they finally get him down, but not before he's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
It'll be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Fires to the right. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down. The Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. Unloads it left. He makes the catch. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Looking to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Off the play fake. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to pass, it's Hawkins. Now adjusting. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is extended a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
and just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Got the first down and more. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the...
There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown! And they take it in. Six more points.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Baylor is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Robert Griffin III, and they are right back in this. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Oklahoma State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 clash of the Titans, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Pocket breaking down. Fires on the move. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Red Raiders are threatening on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Buying some time as he moves left. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the route is on. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most fit.
Breaks into the open. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Makes the catch. It's Baker. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. To the air. It's Hoover. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The give, and tick, 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 tick. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Snags it on the right. He's brought down, but this freshman is not afraid to take a shot.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Wants to adjust the pattern. Snap in the shotgun. He'll take another shot here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. 2nd down coming up. Snap it to the back. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped a gain of 6. He now has 111 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Got to protect the merchandise, gets down without taking a hit. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And he got just enough of that one. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we're looking pretty good.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. The screen, he can go. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
And I got to be ready mentally and physically. Mentally, I got to know exactly where the sticks are. 4th and 2. Can't dilly-dally around. Got to run physical. Got to break tackles. Got to go through people. Whatever I need to do to get that 2 yards. Nice job running the football.
The Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And he throws another interception. His 3rd of the night. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Red Raiders! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Just a short pass to the tight end. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games, and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. And the Horned Frogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Fielded in the end zone, it's Winston. Makes a move. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he tacks on the extra point. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. It's on target and complete. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. He's taking a deep shot. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals.